Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We in the building, man. The Powered by Game Unplugged podcast. Got my boy 4-5 in here with me, man.
Man, what's the damn deal?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. So this gonna be a pilot episode. You know what I'm saying? Me and 4-5, we talk a lot off screen. He is a writer, producer, phenomenal writer. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite writers in the game. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these movies or whatever, but. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot of, like I said, we and him, we talk a lot off camera just about, industry things and, you know what I'm saying, where we see ourselves going with this here movie blast in the industry. So I'm going to let him introduce himself and tell y'all about what he got going on.
Yeah, man, it's your boy 4-5, man, straight out of Garden City, man, Acres Home. You know what it is. Yeah, like Dre been saying, like I'm a writer, I'm a producer, full of ideas, man. Just blessed to be a part of this. When he was saying, put it on, hey man, I'm trying to look for a co-host. I was like, shit, let's lock in. He's like, say less. So here we are. So man, I'm just here, not alone for the ride, but just to contribute. You know what I'm saying, add to it, type of deal. So yeah, let's go.
Yeah, man. So I want to touch on like the state of the movie, I guess, culture in Houston. If we have a culture, I guess, yeah, I think we got a movie culture out here. You know what I'm saying? Like we got key players out here in the city. And 4-5 being one of them. He, like I said, he a phenomenal writer and wrote a lot of good things. Actually, the movie that I'm filming, I think we started on the 5th, Devil's Kiss. It was actually called Mirror Mirror. I contacted 4-5. No, actually, I put a post up and I was like, man, I'm looking for some writers, you know what I'm saying, to join the Power by Game team to put out some of these films. And he reached back, and a lot of people reached back, but we had a common interest and a common goal, so I chose to rock with him. And he wrote Devil's Kiss, which was originally Mirror Mirror. So my partner, Portia Zarai, she went in and added like a few things. But the original story is by him. And, even though we switched the name, it is an original story by 4-5. He is one of the producers of Devil's Kiss and writers. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get into what, outside of what I told you, how was you able to put that story together? Like, you know what I'm saying, the mind of a mad genius.
So, like anytime I sit down and lock in to write, really, whether it's for myself or with somebody else, I just, put myself in what I want to see, what hasn't been done yet. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, then you start researching. You start looking stuff up. Make sure that, hey, this ain't been done yet type shit. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's been done already, like how could I put my own little spin on it type of deal?
Right.
And then I pull from real people. Like the characters, I know somebody like these characters. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not to the extreme point of the entertainment side of it, right? But I can really like point to that character and name about 3 or 4 people based off of that. So that's how I do it. And once I got the title, that's when I see everything else. If I don't have a title for it, it's hard for me to really write. But I don't know if that really answers your question, but yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's I think that's like the genius behind it, cause I know, like before anything, you gotta draw that inspiration from somewhere.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I do know that. I do understand that about filmmaking, and I never wrote a film, but even when it come down to like shooting, I try to channel something that I know that I seen in each one of these films that I shoot. Like a lot of DPs, they go in and do a shot list and all that. I don't do none of that. I just study my script and then I channel an experience or I channel a vision and I just make it happen.
Man, tell the people how important it is to read the script, man. How you if you supposed to be holding the camera, how you supposed to know what you gonna shoot? How you what approach you gonna take to the script if you haven't read it? It's important, right?
So I'm gonna say this: when my first 2 films, I didn't read the scripts. You know what I'm saying? And so I just thought about it like, because I come from the music video side, so I thought about it like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? I can get here, see what we got going on, this, that, and the third. And then I was like, well, damn, I listen to the songs. before I shoot the video. So I gotta read the script before I shoot the movie. So it's important to me because you have to know your characters. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know the expressions that they channeling through these certain scenes. Cause I gotta be a part of the table reads and shit now too. You know what I'm saying? Just so I could be like, okay, this the energy that they character bringing. Cause even reading it, you still gotta know like how they gonna be in it. So I think not only reading it is important, but just being involved with the whole production and acting aspect, period. So when you read them scripts, man, you gotta know like them characters, you gotta know them scenes, you gotta know them scenarios. And shit, I done got so in detail into it. It's like I don't read until I'm ready to do that. Cause man, I'm so one dimensional to where it's like I can't read 4-5 scripts at one time and then focused on bringing my best performance behind a camera to this project. So like I said, it's just all about knowing your characters, knowing your environments, you know what I'm saying, knowing the scenarios, and you gotta be well rounded. You can't just know how to shoot, you gotta know how to light, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to just tap into these characters that you shooting, because that play a big role. You know what I'm saying? That play a huge role.
And I understand that everybody got their process, right? And so it's not no knock. It's not a knock if you don't read the script, right? It's just for me, like how my mind works is even when I sit down and I write. So let's say, for instance, with Mirror Mirror, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every time I sat down and I started working on that script, I reread everything from the beginning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of writers don't do that. Some writers pick up where they left off at. Me, I'm finna start back up to the top. So if I'm writing a 90-page script and I'm on page 72, before I sit down and write page 73 beyond, I'm finna go back and read the first 72 pages,
right,
to get the voices back in order, to get the story back in order, being able to push forward.
Right.
So I get it. If you challenge it enough to where you ain't got to read the script and you can go out there and hold the camera and do your thing, man, salute to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, for me, just being a student like how I am, I'm just like, yo, like I would think that you would want to read. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To be able to have an idea. Okay, oh, that's hard. I already know how I want to get this. How I want to shoot this type of deal.
Yeah, that's most definitely important. So, how is it like being on set of something that you wrote? So like, do you be like, oh, I wrote it for them to do it like this and they don't do it like that? Like, does that happen? You know what I'm saying?
Well, outside of my stuff, like what I did for Not Helping, I haven't been on set where I see like something that I wrote for somebody else and being on set. But I mean, at the end of the day, like nothing is perfect, right?
Right.
My writing is not perfect, even though people think I'm a talented writer. Like my writing is not perfect. It could always be better. So it's all about just getting a feel for it,
Right.
and then one from there, like, okay, now I see the people that's playing these characters. Now I see how they flow with it. So let me tap into that next time I sit down and I write,
Right,
to make it all mesh together and work together.
Right.
But for sure, like it feels good, especially when people sit down and say, "Man, yeah, I mess with that. I fool with that. Like that's dope." And you took your time and you wrote something. So yeah, it's cool. It's a cool feeling.
That's hard.
But it happens. I'm pretty sure it happens on every set that, things get changed, switched around, whatever the case may be.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I can dig that, man.
I don't take it personal.
Okay. That's cool. That's what's up. So as the Houston film industry, cause we kind of like on a well, I ain't gonna say we kind of, but we have the potential to ascend to such a great level. What would you say is a hindrance in the Houston film community? Because I'm gonna answer that question too.
Man, that I feel like it's a hindrance.
Mm-hmm.
Lack of transparency.
Mm-hmm.
Lack of transparency with finances. Lack of transparency with resources.
Mm-hmm.
Lack of transparency with motives and intentions.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by that is this, right? So you know, we all trying to work towards a common goal, and that's to get projects made, films made, give opportunities and jobs to people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the same time, is everybody can't beat a man,
Right.
right? Everybody can't beat a man. Like Shannon, matter of fact, shout out Shannon Washington. Shannon was telling me, I was on set the other day, and he was telling me how film is a team sport. It's a team effort.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't make a movie by yourself.
Facts.
Right. So like even if you got the money, right, you still gonna need somebody to hold the camera, light that bitch up, play the roles, write the script, all the stuff. It's a team thing. And so what Shannon was telling me, he was like, yeah, 4-5, like, man, you know, film is the only thing that is one of the only thing that you really can't do by yourself.
Facts.
Now, if you rapping and stuff like that, yeah, you can run, press the button, hit record, and run back to the booth and spit your rhymes and shit like that. But with film, it's a little different. So, I mean, if everybody was to come together and pull their resources as far as like, hey, I'm a good DP, I'm a good AC, I'm a good director, I'm a great writer. You know what I'm saying? If all the great writers locked into a room and we come up with a script, shit, now we know the script gonna be extra solid. If all the DPs came together and we got a 3-man camera crew going on, then we know for a fact we finna get 3 dope ass angles of these shots, right?
Yeah,
If the directors came together, put their heads together, you'll have one main director, the first AD, second AD, you know what I'm saying? But everybody in their own right can go and make their own shit dope, but at the same time, it'll be dope. So that's what I see. If everybody just kept it real, you know what I'm saying, and be willing to give out free game, like I said, like a you, like a Shannon, who else? Like a Jannard Harp, he give out good game, you know what I'm saying? My man Hype South, he give out good game. Just people like that, man, just always willing to drop gems, pull people to the side and give them some game. Man, we be 10 times, 100 times ahead of everybody else.
Facts.
Because everybody's knowledgeable in their own right.
Facts. I agree with you on that. Damn, you took the words kind of out my mouth. Yeah, I feel the same way. If everybody just pull together, you know what I'm saying? And one thing I learned, like, you know, ego play a lot in ascending. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta be humble in their own right, you know what I'm saying, to elevate, in my opinion. And I think that, you know, I haven't had really no bad experiences because I don't really rely on nobody to. You ain't gotta do what you say you gonna do. All you gotta do is just give me the opportunity. I can do the rest, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't gotta do no Hollywood talk. Oh yeah, man, I got you. Woo woo woo. I came this thing shit with my own shit, my own money, my own. I ain't gonna say resources because I ain't know nobody, but the resource to get to know people. You know what I'm saying? The resource to know how to, you know, make yourself small in certain situations, make yourself big in certain situations. So I think if everybody just lock in, like you said, bro, like if everybody just lock in, cause you need money, but at the same time, it's like, if you already bought the cameras, if you already know how to write, if you already got locations, if you already, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of things that people use in film that's already been paid for. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
Your house, you already paying for your house. Your car, you already paying for your car. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these things are already being utilized, but if everybody pull together and just put it together, it'll be easier. You know what I'm saying? But they got shit going on now where, you know, I think people are starting to get it based off of not being successful as they thought they was gonna be when doing things. You know what I'm saying? I think now people starting to realize, like, you know what I'm saying, we did this, that, and the third, and we thought it was gonna be that. It ain't turned out to be that. And now it's like, all right, we don't need that. We don't need to do it that way no more. Because that way gonna put us in debt. That way gonna let other people down. That way gonna make us not held to a certain standard. So it's kind of like, you know, you got to take that independent approach. Like, everybody on ground zero at this point, you know what I'm saying? No matter who you are, no matter what you are, we trying to get to a certain level, and we got to start at the bottom first to get to that level. We gotta really build that foundation, because you can have all the money in the world, but if you ain't got no solid foundation, your shit gonna crumble. And money don't make you solid. Money ain't gonna make your project solid. Mm-hmm. Money ain't gonna make your team solid, because some people not in it for the money. They want the money, but they know the money gonna come, and a lot of people got a conscience, so it's like, I ain't really feeling this, but I'm gonna do it for the money, and that shit don't last either.
Right, because I also feel like that the person that's trying to like build something for the city shouldn't be the one to get crucified for it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just because somebody say, hey man, I want to put together a film award ceremony, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that person shouldn't be a target on somebody's list. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It should be like, oh shit, this is what that man doing. Man, let me hit him up, see how I can help that man out with this whole situation, because it's not going to benefit him. It's going to benefit all of us, the whole community. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know like people make these certain lists and things like that. Who the best? How we know who the best if we ain't locked in and know all the players, right? What's the criteria? You know what I'm saying? But that's what us coming together and making up the criteria and saying like, hey, this is how we get to this,
right?
And then now we able to have a real film community in Houston, because
I'm in the cut you out, but like in my opinion, when it comes to these lists and these awards and these certain accolades, it's like it should be more of a resource pool than a competition pool.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? I think that these awards and these lists should be deemed as networking opportunities and workshop opportunities. Like, fucking award show, let's have a workshop.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, okay, now that's a great point. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you got a space. You know what I'm saying? There's like other people got spaces out there. Man, what's up with a mixer? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, have a mixer, everybody get together, writers get together, directors get together. If you part of the film industry, whether you act, whatever you do, hold a camera, whatever it is, so like put together a mixer.
We did that one time. I did that one time. I did some shit. If you got you a small business, you know what I'm saying, come through, network, eat, drink. It was free food. Shout out to my girl Chelsea over there at Creole HTX. She provided the food. We had free food, free liquor. I invited all entrepreneurs, and I'm a photographer as well. I did free headshots. You know what I'm saying?
How many people showed up?
We had probably about 25, 30 people, somewhere up in there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all about connecting the dots. And it's crazy because one of the dudes that came, we casted him, and there was Kiss, which he also met my boy that wrote 3,000 Letters. I can't think of my boy's name.
Wrote 3,000 Letters.
Shannon? Nah, I Catch a Films, the other guy. The one who was in it.
Oh, Tenfold, my partner Tenfold. Well, y'all call him. He got Jamar.
Yeah, Jamar.
There you go. I call him Tenfold. I know, man, Craig. I know him Tenfold, and I know Shannon for damn near 20 years.
So I
met them in college in Kingsville.
Yeah, I was finna say Jamal. You know what I'm saying?
Jamar.
Yeah. So dude met Jamar. He ended up going working on set with Jamal and some other things, and then like I said, we casted him for Devil's Kiss. So I'm gonna propose that to the city. Instead of award shows and competitions, let's have workshops. Call your best people. All these lists. Let's see if we can put these lists together, and let's see if we can make the best. Because if they picking 5 here, 5 there, 5 here, put everybody in the room together and let's work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been on no list, by the way, and I didn't shot the most films, by the way. I
sold 10 scripts last year.
Yeah, and
not everybody know who the hell I am. So I mean, it's one of them things. Like, and I'm just, and the whole idea about the awards thing, right? Because you watch the cities like Detroit, you know, they have an awards they do like every year. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's always good to be recognized amongst your peers.
For sure.
But at the same time, from where we start, where the city of Houston is starting at, it's also good to build that foundation of solidarity.
For sure.
So I can
For
see
sure.
I can see how
And
that would definitely play a part.
And that's the thing, like you have, you know what I'm saying, you have in Detroit, I think it's what the BIFF award.
I think so.
It's something like that. It's a whatever that is. But at the same time, these people have also solidified their unity as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Detroit movies, you're gonna see the same Detroit people, different stories, different scenarios. I'm pretty sure it's some kind of behind the scenes underlying bullshit, you know, because that's how it is with everybody and everything. But at the same time, man, coming together is key. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And shit, they dominating. They dominating the independent film industry. You know what I'm saying? They have a place there where, which they got homesteaders in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? You got people like Dennis Reed that's giving opportunities. Shout out to my homegirl Fancy. She just moved out there to do.
Yeah, shout out to Fancy Tom.
So it's damn near like, I'm going to take that person for an example. A Fancy shouldn't have to go to Detroit to chase her dreams.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like Houston got way more commerce than a Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Atlanta popping too though.
Right.
I just seen my boy Dix. Shout out to Dexter Walker. You know what I'm saying? He was on a set of BMF. I want to say season 3. You know what I'm saying? So he shot on that. Like he also did Walker Texas Rangers. So I mean, it's a lot of opportunities out there for sure. But it's also a lot of opportunities here in the city that we can definitely, if we came together and did this thing right, you know what I'm saying?
Man, facts.
And we can make something shake because man, it's a lot of talented people.
Yeah, for sure. It's a gang.
It's a lot of talented gang of talented people. Too many to name.
Gang of talented people, bro. And it's crazy because, man, I met somebody, Chick Shantae. I met her on set of The Ring with her, and it was like she had a very, very small role, and the scene was so intimate that I didn't pay attention to her as a character. Then it's like, all right, boom, back door. We did another movie together, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm such and such. She was like, yeah, I was in the last film that you shot. But it was like a shower scene, so I was really focused on my shot.
Right, instead of looking,
there.
I get
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's like when we locked back in, it was like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying. But I say all that to say, like a person like that's gonna keep on trying and keep on shooting and keep on going. Shit, I think I've done probably 5 movies with this girl. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So it's like the opportunities are here for those who want them, but then at the same time, the key players they have to take accountability and acknowledge these people that are trying. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Let me ask you this question. So how do you know who to give out? How do you know who to give opportunities to? Like, is it the person that's gonna blow your phone up that's hungry, or is the person that's just too cool for school, is kicking back but talented? You know what I'm saying? Like they got work out there that you can go check out and you can see for yourself. But how do you decide, hey man, I'm gonna give an opportunity to this person versus this person? Because I see a lot of people and it's in your movies that I haven't seen on other people's sets. So I'm like, okay, so the talent pool is big out here in the city. Mm-hmm. So how do you find those people to give opportunities to? How do you know which ones?
Man, me personally, like I reach out to certain people personally. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I think that my opportunity process is like your character first. You know what I'm saying? Do I want to deal with you for 7 days? You know what I'm saying? That's first. Like, do I want to deal with you for 7 to 10 days? That's first. So morality first. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, I look at the fact of, is the opportunity gonna be reciprocated? You know what I'm saying? Boom, bam. Work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Because what they say, hard work beat talent when talent don't work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's down there like, what you doing when you ain't casted. You know what I'm saying? How much of this shit you taking serious when you not casted? So I think those key things right there. And then me personally, I don't mind like my phone being blown up. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind that because at the end of the day, that shows your dedication. I be super busy. You know what I'm saying? Like I be super duper busy. So at the same time, blow my shit up, text me, annoy me, like, cause you gotta stay relevant. It's like music. That shit drop every day. Every second somebody drop a new song. So you gotta do shit to stay in the algorithm. And algorithm not necessarily even online, that shit in real life. Cause a lot of times other shit'll take up your real life algorithm. So man, really just staying consistent all the way around, staying consistent in your morality, staying consistent in your work ethic, staying consistent in your relevancy, and staying consistent when you not working. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time, like artists, rappers, when we do music videos, models, I don't give a damn if you cast it or you not cast it. Put them clothes on every day. Walk around, talk to yourself, look at yourself in the mirror. Look, let people see or let yourself see how you look to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? All this shit is about practice. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta practice being the best. You gotta wanna be the best. You gotta practice like the best. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's my process, man. Just finding people that staying consistent and staying serious and shit. I think anything is possible after that.
That's true. Because I get people ask me all the time, say, man, let's write something. Let's write something. I'm like, man, really, I'm not in the position to be able to help nobody out as far as just like writing something, like bringing them on to write with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Really just doing dry shit, period. Like that's not where it's at, bro. I get a lot of people saying that too, like, man, oh, when you doing something, man, hit me up. Woo, woo, woo. Nah, when I'm doing something, I'ma put it out there. Pull up. Just like you. Man, people don't know. This man, I ain't gonna lie, this one of the most resilient, consistent people it is. This nigga gonna call you. He gonna text you. He gonna follow up. He may get annoyed by not being responded to, but he ain't gonna stop, bro. That's how I know. Like, I put it out there. I'm gonna do the pilot on Monday. I ain't even realize today was Memorial Day, you know. And he hit me like, hey boy, what's up? What we doing? And I told him straight up, doing some shit with my old man right now. Woo, woo, woo. I'll be there. And I pull up every time me and him link up, he waiting on me. I ain't never waiting on him. So I know that whatever ain't happening, it ain't because of this man. You know what I'm saying? And I put my stamp on that. So if you want to make it, be like him.
Say,
You know what I'm saying?
you gotta stay consistent
Stay
because
consistent, bro.
man, you know how this shit go, right? You have ups and you have downs, highs and lows, right?
For sure.
And so for me, it's all about me focusing on what I have access to instead of what I don't have or what's not coming my way.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I know if I got a sound mind and body, I can write. As long as I can write, I got an opportunity to go make endless amounts of money.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Now, getting it into the hands of the right people and things like that, yeah, that's another story. But at the end of the day, if I don't have a product to show them, then they don't have no reason. They have no reason to see me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
You a cold MFer. You know what I'm saying, to say the least, bro. And it take a lot. It take a lot to do this shit consistently. You know what I'm saying? It take a lot to do this shit consecutively, especially like when you gotta be your own turnkey person. Like you gotta get up and write them stories. You know what I'm saying? You gotta deal with motherfuckers saying, "Oh, let's work, let's work, let's work, let's work," when they in your face. But then when you don't see their ass, you don't hear from them. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, you definitely, like I said, you definitely one of my favorite writers for sure. And I say that because she everybody know what's going on with this whole PBG shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no secret. This the biggest in the business. And I say that respectfully. You know what I'm saying? But to be humble enough to say, hey, boy, we need to do something and actually commit to it and do it, I fuck with you.
Yes, sir.
You got my grace on everything. So
Man,
like
you
I
got
said,
too much. You got too much stuff, man. You got people can come. They can shoot a podcast here. You got a whole warehouse out there where they can build. Somebody can come in and build a set, and they can able to shoot some shit here. You can shoot a whole series. You can do all types of stuff here, man. You got that people. You give. You have a plethora of opportunities and resources that people can come in and tap in with you and use. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
If that's what they're really trying to do.
And I tell like, bro, like I had we shooting this me and my boy Tim, we shooting this little short film called Let Me Shoot It. And it's about it's about an aspiring cinematographer, you know what I'm saying? We got Coco, shout out to Coco. So we picked a Caucasian woman to be a videographer and just running through all the bullshit, niggas womanizing her, you know, motherfuckers spinning her, motherfuckers not want to pay her, all that. So we put that together. So we was up here yesterday in this same room. We made a bedroom on the other side of this camera. We made a bedroom, and she was asking me like, "Hey, you know, whenever you hiring, you know, if you need somebody to come in and work, let me know." I'm like, I'm not that person. Like, I'm not the person that's finna say, "Hey, I'm gonna pay you this amount of dollars, this, that, and the third." Cause I feel like me personally, I feel like that's a handout in this industry. You know what I'm saying? This shit is about what you can put together. Cause I ain't nobody give me no 30,000 and say, "Hey, bro, go build you a studio. I like what you're doing." Ain't nobody do that. So if it's an opportunity, like I told her, man, I'm up here 7 days a week. I got a lockbox outside. Come in here and figure out what you can do to make you some money. Don't look at me to make you some money, cause I already got the foundation laid. So come in, figure it out, and make you some money. You got some clients. This the rate. Charge on top of that. I can't pay you no hourly nothing, cause that ain't the industry that we in. You know what I'm saying? So this whole thing is definitely a opportunity space. I already got to pay the lights. I already got to pay the rent. The build out I already here. The equipment I already here. So why would I pay you to come figure something out when I need to be paying the bills to keep the facility going for you to make your own money?
Yeah.
I can't put I don't want to put no cap on nobody. Like, I don't want to limit you to a $10 an hour or $15 an hour when you can come in this motherfucker and bring people through and do your photo shoots, doing this, that, and the third. Cause then it's then they're gonna put me in a position to watch your pockets, and I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's
This
true.
the rate, this the access, this the calendar. Figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Everything already done. That's just like in high school. When I was in high school, Pops gave me a car. Pops put me through driver's ed. Where you going, son, that's on you. I did my part. You needed a car, you needed a license, I paid for that. Go figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And I was blessed with opportunities to have uncles in the bit that had their own business and all that to say, "Hey, nephew, you come up here and work." You know what I'm saying? Woo, woo, woo. So it ain't even about money half the time. People don't understand. It's about opportunities. You know what I'm saying? And it's about growing your opportunity. And I think with how it is now is motherfuckers don't want opportunity. They want a handout. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a good way to. I never looked at it like that, but that's true though. But even the fact that you even giving people that opportunity to even come through and utilize your space like that says a lot too.
yeah, man, this shit a non-profit organization. On the cool.
Now, how'd you come up with Sorry I'm Filming? Because you got a whole brand, you got a whole movement, really.
Man, so last year 2022. Yeah, last year 2022. Um, I did I did somewhere 9, 10 projects last year. You know what I'm saying? So like back to back to back to back to back. And um I missed out on a whole lot of stuff, bro. Like I didn't even get to really utilize my studio last year. The first day I got my keys to my studio, we started shooting 3,000 liters in my garage. I ain't even had no power. You know what I'm saying? So I missed a lot of things. Birthdays, shit, funerals. Shit, my uncle died while I was on set one day. Like the last day of the set, had the lead set. So sorry I was filming really just come from, you know, a lifestyle that I chose to live, like a filming lifestyle. I take this filming shit very seriously. I took every dollar I've had and invested it into this. So sorry I was filming is just it's a lifestyle in a term. Like I wanted to give creators something positive to wear. You know, you got sorry I was trapping. You know, you got a lot of things people could be sorry for doing, but I wanted to put a positive spin on it and give people something cool and something to be proud of. Like, and it's a conversation piece. Like, when I be in the airport, wherever I'm at, oh, sorry, I was filming. You a filmmaker? Yeah. Woo, woo, woo. Check out my, my reel. Here got my website with everything on it. Blah, blah, blah. So I think it necessarily came from that, just filming, bro. Like, my bad, I was filming. My phone ring 24/7 on set.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you look at any behind the scenes pictures, when the camera not rolling, my phone probably in my hand. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, sorry, I was filming. Like, I ain't lied to you. It ain't like I didn't want to do it, but this what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, we just came together to make some apparel and make it appealing to the filmmakers, give them something cool to rock. We got t-shirts, hats, um, sweatsuits, hoodies, crew necks, crop tops, and it's just for filmmakers, whether you do OnlyFans content, YouTube content, you're a full film, feature filmmaker, short filmmaker, student film, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing behind the camera, in front of the camera, holding the audio, whatever you're doing that's film related, this something for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm glad you brought up OnlyFans, man. So can females come in and book it, come book at the agency and get their OnlyFans on, make content, come in, create content, and
yeah. It's man, one thing about this building, this a judgment free zone. You know what I'm saying? We want to embrace every walk of life in here. You know what I'm saying? You create OnlyFans. We got down to 800 square feet of pure space to do whatever you need to do. We got about another 2,000 square feet inside. Both places are AC. We got AC in the garage, AC in the building. Man, we encourage people to do what they love. I don't give a fuck what it is. OnlyFans, whatever, man. Just come in and do what you love to do. That's why we here.
how do you know what project that you want to take on when it comes to like what you gonna put your resources behind?
Um, my team, man. I let my team decide for me. Like I got a strong woman behind me. You know, shout out Portia. And so I really, if I gotta rock with you to work with you. You know what I'm saying? Cause at the end of the day, I'm doing this cause I love to do it. You know what I'm saying? The
Mhm.
money is second. You know, everybody want to get paid, but at the same time, like the money is the money. I don't chase money. You know what I'm saying? That I ain't a slave to the money. So when it come down to choosing the projects that I want to do, it just man the team gotta be solid, you know. And like I said, I haven't had like no bad run in because I be hearing like a lot of the background chat about shit that be going on set. I ain't never experienced none of that, so I don't have like no pros and cons about working with certain people. But when it come down to my projects that I'm doing, the team gotta be solid and we gotta agree on it. Like same thing with Devil's Kiss. You know what I'm saying? When I bought that script from you, I passed it to the team. Like, hey, this is what I want to do. Check it out. I backed up from it. I went back to work. You know what I'm saying? And she said, yeah, let's do it. I'm going to change this, that, and the third. And I made it very clear that 4-5 is a writer. 4-5 is a producer. And the team respected that. So that's how I do it. And I don't look for, I ain't trying to go spend no $40,000-$50,000 on no movie. I ain't doing none of that. Because, and that's crazy because I had a meeting yesterday with one of the homies and he was like, what you can do with 60,000? I say, shit, we gonna make 6 movies. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I say that because the platforms that we submitting to is not no $100,000 project platform, bro. Tubi is great for an independent filmmaker. Tubi, to me, challenges your ability. Tubi challenges your resources. Tubi challenges you to be creative. And at this point, we ain't doing that. We not taking the money and blowing it on one thing. We not taking the money and saying we finna make this bigger than that over there. We taking the money and saying, hey, break this shit down. What can we do? Who wanna work? And let's get it done. You know what I'm saying?
That's type of time I'm on.
I got our first project, Access Denied, man, I got a cool chick off that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't
all yours, all between you and your business people.
Yeah, me and one person.
Got you.
We ain't taking no, you know what I'm saying? If I get in advance, the money gotta be because you about to do something big with it. I don't want to be in debt 50, 60,000 just because you got it available. All right, cool. You finna give me this money, but as a company, what are you gonna do when you get the product back? You know what I'm saying? Are you just gonna put it on your platform and that be that? And I'm in debt. You know what I'm saying? I don't want none of that.
So ownership is very important to you.
Man, very important.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. And I look up, I'm like, damn, if I would've just owned a portion of the 14, 15 movies I done shot, you know what I'm saying, should be way different. You know what I'm saying? Which we ain't complaining, but at the same time, shit, I want to put out my own 14 movies in a year. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Not and we ain't got to do that. Like we ain't got to do that many, but because when you own something, you don't need that many times to strike out. You know what I'm saying? You don't need 14 movies to say, "Oh, I got me a hit." You know what I'm saying? So,
and a lot of times with me as a writer, people always say, "Man, there's more money on the back end." And I tell them, yeah, it is, but you know what? If I sell somebody a script and they want to make changes to this and that and the third, well, then I have what's my leverage?
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna just take my money and I'm gonna get out the way, and I'm gonna let y'all do whatever y'all gonna do with it, because at the end of the day, I wrote it a certain way, so I want to see it a certain way. The only way I don't want to see what I wrote a certain way is we don't have access to this. If we got access to this, well, this is how I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, right? Like, that's just me talking from, like, it's from just being as a writer. Now, when you get to the producing side and the business, that's a whole nother aspect of it, right? So things got to change. When you put on the producer's hat, when you put on the director's hat, things got to change on set. It can't be like how the writer wrote it.
Right.
And I completely understand that. So that's why I never get attached to stuff that I write, especially when I'm out here trying to sell it to somebody else, things like that, because at the end of the day, I understand it's a business.
Right.
But as a writer, me putting my writer hat on, I can't take back in from something that I know somebody is going to try to change. because now I'm not putting my money. I'm not betting on myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm betting on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm betting on you. You know what I'm saying? So
I can see that.
yeah. So it's like uh Ricky Rich from 713 Studios.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Homie that be rocking with Trey the Truth. He bought a movie called Soul.
Mm-hmm.
Soul I out this summer. I think July. I want to say July. It's gonna come out in July.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like he told me, say, hey, 45, like, man, look here. I'm gonna keep you as a writer. I ain't gonna change nothing. So besides you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that man is a man of his word.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So it's like, oh, I can rock with him
Right.
any given time. Oh,
Right.
Dre, let's go, Dre.
Right.
Like me and Jay Hart, bro, stuff like Jay, I can go, you know what I'm saying? Me and Jay Hart can lock in and write, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Type stuff. But it's just like, man, at the end of the day, when people buy something from you, like, they own it in a way,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I can't take back in on it knowing that it's not what I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not what I wrote. Like, it's maybe my story, what I came up with, but
Yeah.
for me to take back in on something, it's got to be 100%
You.
beginning. Yeah,
So that just means shit. We got to figure out a way to have you do your own shit.
right.
So being that you have, so for those who don't know, my guy got a pilot episode out called Not Helping,
Not helping.
starring Jeff Shelley,
D Hill.
D Hill, written by the wonderful man himself. You know what I'm saying? So elaborate on that, because I remember the first you showed me the one you did out in Cali. That's what you shot there from that, right, Kelly?
Yeah, it was out in
Yeah.
L.A.
So the one you did out in L.A. and then I seen this one. I like this one. I like both of them, but this one had a little more like, it felt more real.
You get a better sample size.
Yeah, it felt more real.
Because everybody know L.A. Your money ain't gonna go too far in L.A.
Yeah, it felt more real. I feel like you had a great selection of characters, Jeff Shelley and D Hill. The other young lady you had in there.
Amanda Jolie, the secretary.
Yeah.
Then I had Dexter Walker, Diamond.
Yeah.
My partner Steve, his wife. You know what I'm saying? Like his wife Lindsay. Carl Clark played Sam Wiseman. Rochelle was the bartender. You know, it's just been and directed by Jay Hart. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a bunch of different things. But really, how Not Helping came about, man, I'm sitting at the crib and I'm on the phone with my partner. He like, man, he called me LA. He like, man, LA, because I'm in military school. They call me LA. He's like, man, LA, you should tell people, you should write a book about your life. Mm-hmm. I was like, nigga, I tell these stories, ain't nobody gonna believe me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, oh, that's cap. They ain't gonna believe me.
Right.
And he was just like, man, ain't you a writer? He said, you'll figure out a way to make it creative. And I was like, man, you know what? He actually right. So I got off the phone with him and I called my cousin who directed the pilot, the first thing I showed you out in LA, because my cousin's an actor out in LA. Mm-hmm. So I said, yo, cousin, I was like, yo, what do you think about this idea about a relationship therapist who going through something? Like he trying to help you with your relationship, but his whole shit is effed up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He about to get a divorce from his wife. His mom, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got his mom around because she passed away early. He don't really rock with his dad. His dad ain't even in the picture. Mm-hmm. So he just got all this money. He young, status, living life. Like, what you think? And he was like, oh, that'd be fly. And I'd be like, yeah. And I'm gonna sneak in my stories.
Yeah.
And I can tell my stories from my life, how it works. So if you ever watch the show, Carl Clark's character is really my uncle. Mm-hmm. My mom is still alive in real life. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But my aunt passed away of breast cancer. Mm-hmm. The doctor is me in my 20s. Mm. So really, like, the show is based around me in my 20s. Mm. Now, obviously, like, the way you see it is the guy's not 20. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I really don't disclose his age, type shit. You know what I'm saying, in the show. But the stories that you hear, these are all real stories. I just put a little sprinkle on it to make it digestible, to make people laugh. But really, it was some dark shit. In our 20s, some dark ass times.
Yeah, that's hard. I like it, man. If y'all on YouTube, go check it out. Not Helping, written by 45. I think he got the link in his bio, so I'm gonna drop all that on the
Yeah,
on
link
the
is in the
page.
bio, and I'm looking for funding too. So if you got 10,000, 15,000, man, and then what's up? I got 3 more episodes ready to go in the can. I just need to get the funding to be able to get them whole shot.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, like it's a business, right?
right.
So I can't have like talented actors on set like a Jeff Shelley, a D Hill, a Carl Clark, a Dexter Walker, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Crew, you know what I'm saying? Henrovy was a DP on it. Ashley was another DP on it. I had Jeanette that did sound. I had all these different moving pieces of collective group of people to come together to make my vision come true. And I can't ask these people to, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, for sure.
do something for Nathan
For sure.
type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Especially when like not everybody know me like that.
Right.
I don't have those types of relationships
Right.
to where I can be like, hey, like look out for your boy.
Right.
I'm working my way up to that. Not saying that I want people to work for me for free, but I'm just saying
Yeah, for
like
sure.
as
You
far
gotta-
as just building these relationships
Yeah, put
with people. So it's important that I get some type of funding to put some type of money in these people's pockets for their talent and their time.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? At least if I can at least feed them.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man, we might have to put something together for some more episodes.
Man, let me know. I'm telling you, like I'm with it, and I got this other idea that's like a spinoff from that. I got ideas, reality show ideas, TV show ideas. I got movie ideas. People want to do shorts. We can do some shorts. Like I'm with whatever. I just want to work. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I want to work.
Yeah. I can dig that, man. But yeah, we finna wrap up this pilot episode, man. We gonna be dropping probably. I'm gonna try to do this like. Matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spill the beans. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna do is, whoever pull up to the studio, I'm gonna throw you in that blender. Even if you come up here to talk to me, we talking on the mic, and we gonna rock it like that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have 4-5 back in here. You know what I'm saying? Weekly, but we gonna record daily, and I'm calling out the city. You know what I'm saying? Powered by Game, PBG the agency. Sorry I was filming. I am 4-5 Films. You know what I'm saying? We really trying to shake shit up. You know what I'm saying? Not in a bad way.
Yeah, it's all love.
It's all love.
It's all love. It's all about making the next person coming up like life a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're gonna have their own trials and tribulations. That's with anything that you do in life. But at the same time, if we can jump over that hill first and take all the arrows, then that means everybody else that's coming behind us ain't gonna get hit with too many
What
arrows.
they say, I ran so you can walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, man, but we out this thing to the next time. PBG Unplugged. Sorry I was filming, man. Make sure y'all cop some of that. SorryIWasFilming.com is the website. Just like it said, just like it's spelled, SorryIWasFilming.com. You can go to PBGFilms.com. Everything on there that we offering, that we do. It's your boy Grade A Dre. Got my boy 4-5.
Yup, 4-5 in the building, man. We gonna tap in. This is only the beginning.
Man, for sure. We see y'all next time.